Pakistan's ferocious bombing campaign inside Afghanistan is increasingly being read as a calculated move to avoid sending troops to Saudi Arabia under a NATO-style defense pact, just as Riyadh faces Iranian drone and missile barrages. As regional tensions spike, analysts say Islamabad may be using the Afghan front to claim it is already at war and therefore unable to honor its new strategic mutual defense agreement with Saudi Arabia. Around 6 months before the current Middle East crisis peaked, on 17th of September 2025, Pakistan signed the Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement with Saudi Arabia, pledging that an attack on one would be treated as an attack on the other. As the only nuclear-armed Islamic state, Islamabad also signaled that its arsenal could, at least politically, be considered part of the kingdom's wider deterrent. In return, Pakistan continued to benefit from billions of dollars in Saudi financial support, feeding expectations that it would stand by Riyadh in any showdown with Iran. Those expectations hardened once Iran launched missile and drone strikes on Saudi targets, including Prince Sultan Air Base, the US Embassy in Riyadh, and key oil facilities. In quick succession, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief General Asim Munir flew to Saudi Arabia, publicly promising full solidarity and support for the kingdom's security. Pakistan's ambassador in Riyadh reiterated that Islamabad would always assist when Saudi sovereignty or territorial integrity was threatened, while carefully avoiding any explicit commitment on troop deployments. Behind the scenes, however, Saudi pressure reportedly intensified. As per reports, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman repeatedly phoned Sharif and Munir, demanding Pakistan honor the SMDA and signaling frustration at their reluctance. According to these reports, Munir responded that Pakistani forces were already heavily engaged along the Afghan frontier and could not spare men or assets for the Gulf theater. That message coincided with Pakistan abruptly escalating its border tensions with the Taliban regime into what Islamabad framed as open war. On 27 February, just a day before US and Israeli strikes on Iran, Pakistan launched large-scale airstrikes inside Afghanistan without any clear immediate trigger. And within days, intensive bombing culminated in a devastating raid on a Kabul hospital, killing around 400 Afghan civilians. Critics argue the timing was no coincidence. Many call the Afghan campaign a manufactured conflict designed to create a standing operational pretext for not deploying forces to defend Saudi soil against Iran. Also, there is another dimension. Domestic politics and geography reinforce that reading. With Shias comprising roughly 1/5 of Pakistan's population and the entire country lying within range of Iranian missiles, directly joining a Saudi-led fight against Tehran could trigger internal unrest and invite devastating retaliation. Islamabad had already refused to participate in the Saudi-led Yemen campaign against the Houthis in 2015, signaling its long-standing reluctance to fight Iran's allies abroad. Pakistan insists its actions in Afghanistan are driven by its own security concerns, not regional gamesmanship, and has never acknowledged any link between the Afghan strikes and the SMDA calculus. Yet the sequence of a far-reaching defense pledge to Riyadh, Iran's assault on Saudi assets, and Pakistan's sudden war with Afghanistan has fueled a growing belief that Kabul's civilians are paying the price for Islamabad's attempt to wriggle out of its Saudi defense obligations.